So I fixed a couple of problems with the controller. Crouching now works properly. We can go through this tube here now. When trying to uncrouch, it does a simple raycast upwards to determine how much we can uncrouch, so that it supports any ceiling height. Also fixed some things with sprinting, made sure that you can sprint backwards or while crouching. Also adjusted camera roll. When standing still, you can see that there is no roll, but as we start moving fast, you can see that we're kind of leaning a little bit towards the direction that we're turning to make it feel a little bit more natural. Added a flying mode that I can switch to. In this mode, I can press jump to go up and crouch to go down. And it also disables the collider, so basically it's like a no-clip mode. This is different from the free camera that I showed before. This is meant more for debugging the controller itself. And this one is for getting around the level, to test the level. A pleasant surprise is that when you disable the collider, it also leaves the area. This sounds very logical, but I remember having to handle this case myself in some other engines. So I got climbing to work. This box in front of the ladder is a state volume. When you touch it, it puts you into the climbing state, which is sort of like the flying state, except it helps you go up and down. When you look a little bit higher than the horizon, it makes you go up with the full speed, which is configurable in the controller settings. And also it lets you go up by pressing space and down by pressing control. Again, just like the flying state. So right now this is basically a Half-Life 1 style ladder. It's a little bit hard to go down this ladder without the proper mounting, but that shouldn't be too hard to add as well. I store all of my settings in a resource, which makes it easy to make settings volumes. We can make low gravity areas, areas where you are not allowed to jump or crouch, for example, or even something funny like an area that increases mouse sensitivity, for example. Here's, for example, a settings volume that decreases the walking deceleration. When you enter it, you start sliding as if you were on ice. This is, by the way, where resource inheritance would be very convenient to have, because right now I have to make a full copy of the settings resource, and with the resource inheritance I would be able to override only specific properties of it. Interaction is of course pretty easy to do. We're just casting a ray from player's head, and if it hits something, we're checking if it has a player interacted method, and in this particular case it emits a signal that toggles the door and plays the button animation.